Okay, today we're going to talk about writing and graphing inequalities, and the objective is I can write and graph inequalities. So first we need to know some key vocabulary words like inequalities, which is a statement that shows two quantities that are not equal. Example is 3 is greater than 1, 5 is less than 9, y is greater than 11, w is less than 7. In each case, it's never an equal sign that you see, which makes it an inequality. Some keywords with inequalities. If you see less than or fewer than, the symbol for that is an arrow going this way. That is the symbol. To graph it, it's a line going that way, and on the actual number, it's an open dot with the less than sign going this way. We're going to explain why that's an open dot later in this video. If you see less than or equal to, or the words at most, or no more than, the symbol for that is written this way, with the equal sign underneath the less than sign, less than or equal to. It's going to be a filled in dot, and the arrow is going to go to the left. Once again, we'll explain this a little bit more later. If you see the phrase greater than, or more than, or exceeds, the symbol goes this way. When you go to make the graph, it's a dot that's not filled in, and the arrow goes to the right. And the last one we're going to go over is if you see the phrase greater than or equal to, at least or no less than, the symbol is made like this, and the way you graph it is a filled in dot and the arrow going to the right. Let's practice writing some inequalities. So number one, in the United States you must be at least 18 years old to vote. So the inequality, if you go here for the at least sign, you see that the sign is made this way, right? So we have our variable using at least, which is greater than or equal to. Okay, you have to be greater than or equal to, the voter does, greater than or equal to 18. So that's why you write it this way. Okay, a number is less than 12. Number W is less than 12. So I write the number W, I make my less than sign, and I write the number 12. Number 3, 18 is more than the number x. So for the inequality, we start with 18. More than, the symbol goes this way. And number x, just write the letter x, right? 18 is greater than x. Okay, a number W is no more than 7. Can it be 7? Yeah. So if it's no more than, it can be less than or equal to 7. So the number W, less than or equal to 7. So now I want you to pause the video. You try to do numbers 5, 6, 7, and 8. After you've done those numbers, turn your paper over and the video will continue. Okay, welcome back. We talked about writing inequalities. Now we're going to talk about graphing inequalities. Step number 1 for graphing an inequality is make a number line. So write in number line that is the appropriate size and numbers for your problem. Number 2, if you have a less than or greater than symbol, then you place an open dot on the appropriate number of the line. Number 3, if you have a less than or equal to or greater than or equal to symbol, then you place a filled in dot or a closed dot. Filled in dot on the appropriate number on the line. Number 4, if you have a less than or equal to meaning less than or equal to, you draw an arrow. So write draw an arrow from the dot going to the left, signaling that the number is less than. Okay, step number 5, if you have a greater than or equal to, meaning meaning just that, greater than or equal to, you draw an arrow from the dot going to the right, write in the word right, signaling that the number is greater than. So let's do a few of these together. Number 1, the first one says that x is less than 4. So since it's not equal to 4, it's just less than 4. Thank you so much. You're awesome. Thanks for doing that. Sorry, I'm going to continue on. If it says x is less than 4, on number 4 you write an open dot, because it's not equal to 4, it's less than 4. An open dot at 4, and less than, the arrow goes to the left. Because if it's less than 4, it could be 3, 2, 1, anything less than 4, but it's not 4, so it's an open dot. Number 2 says that x is less than or equal to 6. So I make my number line here. I'm going to start with 6 and go 5, 4, 3. Since it's less than or equal to, since it's equal to, you got to fill the dot in. It can be 6, or it can be less than 6. So my line goes to the left, just like that. Number 3, x is greater than negative 2. So I make my number line. I need a negative 2, obviously. I'm going to go negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1. Since it's greater than negative 2, it's not equal to negative 2, but it's greater than negative 2. So at negative 2, I'm going to write an open dot, yes, and greater than goes to the right. So I'm just going to fill in to the right here. And then the last one, x is greater than or equal to a negative 5. Once again, I'm going to make my number line. I might have a negative 2, a negative 1, 0, 1, 2. Negative 1.5 would be about right here, between the negative 1 and negative 2. It's less than or equal to, so it's a filled in dot because it also can equal negative 1.5. And then it can also be greater, so the arrow goes to the right. Now what I want you to do is do the pause and try 1 through 4. When you're done with that, come get it checked off from me. You can take 2 tickets and you will grab the assignment. Thank you so much.